Doesn't add up. And that doesn't add up at all. Armor increase 10%. We don't have that. Well, that's what I'm asking. Is it additive on the base, or is it after your racial is applied? And it looks like it's after your racial is applied. Which is poggers? If that's the case. Like, is it... Steam. It is. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice, because that means any armor amp... Any armor amp that you take... Any armor amp that you take is going to be... 10% stronger on base. Right. So that means if we go back here and we take don't let us back into here. I take this back, and what other horseshit did I put in here? Take this back. So that's another 4% there. So now what do we have? 7788. So that means we have 6189 times 1.1. And then times, like, are those additive? 1.14? I just wrote the wrong thing. 6189 times 1.1. And then times 1 point is 4%, right? So ages, like, are these additive together? 776. Well, looks like it's after. So just a straight up multiplicative armor gain. Right? You have 6189 times 1.1 for the racial, times 1.1 for aegis. Right? And then times 1.04. This is pretty good, dude. Pretty good. It's just a straight up 10% armor gain. It's not, like, from everything. Well, from all gear, but that's basically your base armor. Are they all like this? I assume they are. I didn't remember how it's spec'd. I think like this. No, I had something here. I had that. That's what I had. I want that back, though. Anyways. We're gonna have to end up taking this soon enough again. It's another 10% armor gain. So then if we have the extra 10% armor back, in theory, it should be 8567-ish. 8567. They're all their own multiplicative armor bucket. So you basically just added 10% armor, period. From all gear sources, which, like I said, is all of your armor, or at least the majority of your armor. Passive armor. Which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Now, what it shouldn't affect is when you SOTR, right? Which itself is, you know, massive armor gain. But it shouldn't affect that at all, in theory. But the other things should. Let's put all our gear back on then. Oops. About 86.540. So if we once again spec out of anything that's giving us passive armor in the terrain, so let's get rid of that for a sec. I do comments to remotely matter. I'm just curious, to be honest, more than anything. So that was 10k armor we just lost. So it's about like, well, I mean, it depends where the armor core is, but it's about like 3% armor physical DR. So this should add a flat. This should add a flat 63,724. Oh, except for readout goes off. So what do we have? 75,647 plus, what did I say it was? 63,624. So it should be 139,371. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so obviously the 10% is not affected on Shield of the Righteous. Still good though, dude. Find any grindy mounts yet? No. Going to even? No, like plans. Like, are you talking about like the Beladar one and stuff? I don't care that much. Currently, at least. Alright. What about... So another thing I wanted to see real quick. Faith's armor. What is this equal to? Wait, where am I getting extra armor from here? Where am I getting extra armor from, chat? Oh, it's the strength bar from Bastion for the armor scaling on SOTR. So I have to click that off for from readout. That is 146340. 146340. There's too many fucking random buffs to click off, dude. 139371. Okay. Okay, give me a second. I just want to. I want to see if this 5% armor gain scales with item as well, because that's also nice if it does. Like, it's not a 5% armor gain on SOTR. It's a 5% bonus armor gain. If it's 5% bonus armor, it should be affected by your base armor. I did that video already. So I have this. And then with SOTR we had what? Just this plus this. 139371. Okay, so what we need to see is like that off and that off. 79429. 79429 with Faith's armor. We have 79429. It does. It's 5% bonus armor straight. It's pretty good, dude. That means the only... Like, this is what I was saying yesterday. I was like, oh, that's a pretty good racial if it works with... or anything that gives you passive armor in the tree. Which scales based off of your armor gain from gear. If your armor gain from gear is giving you an extra 10% in its own bucket, everything's scaling off of that. That's just it's like straight up wearing armor that's just 10% stronger from an armor from an armor value perspective. And then anything you spec into it is based on that. So the 4%, the 10%, and the 5% are all their own armor multiplicative buckets based on the new reestablished armor value after each one's done. So it's just straight up 10% armor gain. It doesn't count for SOTR for Paladin, but like for Warrior it does, right? Because Warrior puts up block, they don't gain armor from that. Warrior just has armor. You know? Monk just has armor. It's probably a huge gain on Monk because of the way the DR curve works. Probably pretty big on D. Like, it's pretty big, dude. Like, it's actually not like a... I mean, in the grand scheme of things, is it a massive buff? No, like, it is just a racial after all. But, like, it is pretty substantial. As far as... Like, it's way better than, like, Dark Iron Dwarf having, like, 1% physical DR. Is it 1% they have? 2%? I don't know, something like that. Cool. Alright. True Worgen, True Wraith. Wait, could you still hear me? Even though she can't see me? Alrighty. Let's get everything back real quick. Pretty good, dude. Pretty good. Where the hell did I put my points? Oh, I left one of these unselected, right? I think it was... No, it couldn't have been this. It was this. And... that. I'm missing something. Where did I fuck up a point? No, it's Torch of the Light. Okay. We're gonna have to redo this a bit anyways, because, like, for instance, you know, Blessing of Dusk also is another 10% armor. Which, guess what? Benefits from baseline armor. Dark Iron physical DR is 1%. Oh yeah, it fucking blows that out of the water, dude. Blows that out of the water. No, you're not even close. Not even close, dude. Cool. Okay. I mean, like, I'd have to see an armor DR skill, but... I mean, look at it this way. Well, let's see. You can get, like, a rough image without, like, a proper DR scale. Like, with readout, 60.4. It depends where on the armor scale you are, if you have active mitigation up or not. I expect this to be like 1% range as well, but it's all part of the same whole, whereas 1% of its own DR is not as effective at mitigating damage. $58.75. What was the other one? What did I just say before that? 58.75. There's diminishing returns on armor, yeah. You can only go up to 85% DR. So, like, on a druid, well, they can't even be a druid, actually. Druid DH, they can't be. It would be pretty good on DH, actually. On a monk, like, specifically, it would be pretty darn good. It's your animal. Not your dinner time, but you can come up for pets anytime. Okay, alright, good. I've done my little mathy stuff. Alright, let's get, I gotta do this mouse skipping. I mean, nuts, slootikins, slootles. Let's go do stuff in the video game. Let's go get my weeklies as well. Now, do I have to visit?
I'm glad you complied.
Yes, I do. You have to go.
Follow me
You
down
have to go to the memory bank.
and I'll show you what Dagran and I have been working on.
Or got logged off. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not effective on Druid. Load a new early character for heritage armor? Sure, let me just go die in a corner. What's the damage output on the racial, actually? I didn't even check. It deals 125k AoE fire damage. Heals people for 64k. And deals an additional 47k to the highest target at 3. Those are very low numbers. Actually, are they that low? I assume it scales with damage. Maybe it's not that low. Nice little AoE pop. I am Slootles.
I'm glad you complied. Follow me down to the archive and I'll show you what Dagran and I have been working on.
Where is IDK? I can go get the quest together. It's AoE, yeah. It's an evoker cast basically. It's like, have you played an evoker before or seen them channel? They're like 1, 2, 3 spells, and you let go at whatever you want it. It's a channeled frontal cone.
Batteries in and supplying batteries in and supplying
Let's see where this thing
power.
goes.
Let's see what this thing knows. Blast it all to the nether. Blast it all to the
What's
nether.
the problem, Dagran? What's the problem, Dagran?
All these discs are cracked or broken. All these discs are cracked or broken. We'll need more disc fragments if we're to get anything useful out of this machine. If we're to get anything useful out of this machine.
I suppose that's where our friend comes in.
Hello, I'm friend.
Machines must be preserved. Conversation initiated.
Did you add red flashes to the hex lights? Nope. The ones doing that just need a restart. We got a more permanent solution before Mr. Rob left, but there's still some kinks we have to work out with the lights. So yeah, so that one doing the little disco flash just needs a... That one's on sketchy watch. It's been okay after an unplug replug. I'll do it in a second. But in general, there's still some other things we have to fix. It's just Mr. Rob's on vacation now. But we got like big fix number 1 in them before he left with power supplies. And indeed, they have definitely been much more stable and reliable since that, but there's still some other things we have to do. Oh, wrong way. We'll go plug in a moment. I kind of wanna... Nah, fuck it. Let's go do this stuff. Mr. Rob, I actually wasn't even expecting to get that stuff done before he left. He was like, yeah, I did all this shit before I left. Oh, cool. Thank you. Donkey Kong. Let's go slam world quests and all that stuff. Reaching for the Deeps, climbing gear required. Why's that one not give rep? Bruh. We can close this. We can close this. We can... Well, I'll keep that window open for now. Alright. Cool. I mean, regarding the situation, I literally just responded to that. Literally. Alright, first we have to do an intense... Set up for an intense pet battle here. Oh, fuck. God damn it. You know what I did, right? Knows what I did. Dude, why does this keep selecting this and not this? There you go. Knows what I did. We gotta go back. I gotta go back. Or rather, who knows what I didn't do. We're about to go do world quests, which give rep. It's an important buff right now that gives you more rep. And that I forgot to get. Where you going, Jackson? Where you going? Stay here. Are your characters following? No, because I have to go back there. It's just my paladin that needs it. You only get rep one time now with... You only get rep one time now with the way warbands work. You just get rep for your warband, so we don't need all three of them. Just the paladin. Oi, Oddbus. Oi, mate. Am I back to raiding this season? No, no plans to, currently. You maintain a sleep schedule? So do I. It's just an erratic one. Mr. Cat, you know what, man? You know what? Bro, chat, it's actually driving me insane. I'm literally gonna go cut my nails. I can't stand it. I actually can't stand it. It's all I can think about, like, whenever I'm playing now. So I'm gonna go get on the merry-go-round and leave it spinning for 2 minutes while I go cut my nails. Space Marine 2 hype check. P hyped. P hyped. I'm in that fucking annoying limbo situation where I'm seeing if I can get a key or not, so I don't actually even own it yet. It would be nice if I could get it, so I don't have to spend 130 Canadian dollars on it. It's just a tax write-off, Sloot. Yeah, that's how taxes work. It makes the product free. No supposed to fail? You know, Jack, so you could just go to bed anyways. Dude, why can't I see my feet? Bro, what does it look like at the login screen if you're naked? I was gonna make it slitter. I just want to tweet it, but imagine going to bed after not getting executed. It looks like he's gonna. It looks like he's gonna pounce on someone. Alright. Egg is executed. Nope. You're not baiting me. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. You're stuck here. Okay. I'm ironically going to go cut my nails. I'll be right back. If you're near to the community, I have this really bad pet peeve that I the moment I touch, if I feel my nails touching the keyboard when I'm playing and stuff, it's like fucking nails on a chalkboard. I can't deal with it. Straight up. So, I will be right back. Like, it actually bothers me enough that I do. I've literally had progression raids where I've requested like a 5-minute break so I can go cut my nails mid raid. Like, that's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. I'll be right back.